Welcome back, my dark means to the dark void ruled by me, Nightwolf 51. And today we are in WTF News territory again. And yes, WTF News is back again with with some news and all that, that good stuff. Yeah, I just woke up. No, I'm not joking. I just woke up, so my brain's like out of whack. But yeah, we're kind of in the I think kind of a lot of news happening. It's been happening a lot, but I didn't want to put on this for a bit because it was like freaking get out of control. Plus, so many people were reporting this, but I just had to report this now because we finally reached a conclusion, and I think it's about time to do it. At least, right? At least I hope we reach the conclusion at something, but I doubt it's the end. But before I begin, just to let you know, also you see the title of the video, of course. No, before I begin, just to let you know, the WTF News is not about me taking any credit. It's about me spreading the word of what's been happening. And yeah, it's about spreading the word of what's happening. And yeah, I just want to help spread the word. And sorry, like I said, I just barely woke up, and my brain is like freaking trying to process a lot of things. But either way, yeah. And if you want to, and this is also basically the gaming and anime news because this basically involves both sides here. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically I have a version for only anime and I have a version for only gaming, and I have a version for both anime and gaming when both of them combine into one thing. But since basically anime and gaming are basically involved in both these, it kind of helps in this regard. Basically, so it's anime and gaming, which is basically getting more common now because both of them are kind of getting involved here. But yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, it's basically involving Blizzard versus Netease, basically, and the fact of that is basically everything is going hectic right now. And if you still don't know what I'm talking about, right now, basically Blizzard and Netease basically have finally ended their partnership. And before I continue on, just let you know that this is information I got from Young Ye. Yeah, so please, I will leave the links down below because there is multiple links here and from beginning to end, and I will number it from one to whatever number it ends, so that way you can start from uh, basically from the beginning because there's a lot of information that he has on here. And there's also another bonus thing at the end that I will be reporting on as well, which kinda involves my thing, but not really. But this could probably be a snippet. But for right now, I'm gonna tell you this now that basically think Blizzard and NetEase have basically led into their partnership, especially since Blizzard needs NetEase. Well, not necessarily needs NetEase, but to help them out get into China, basically the Chinese market. You know how because it's such a big market for uh, their mobile scams and everything. Yes, I will call them scams because that's basically what they are, and basically it was getting out of control. I guess I'll say basically, and it is going out the window really fast. It all started because, well, basically Blizzard was being acting like a big butthead, or basically, on the words of Netease, basically Nettie was saying that basically Blizzard was basically not being a good partner. It was unreasonable. All the conversations, they wanted more of the pie than they wanted, and they basically were just using them just to get more leeway, more everything. And Blizzard was trying to get as much of the pie without like giving Nettie's a fair share. So basically, yeah. So yeah, it was just getting overwhelmed for NetEase. But like I said, this is the word of NetEase, but also as well the stuff people were saying that there was something else happening. They were also saying that basically the somebody and also somebody was saying representative. I can't remember. I think a former member of Blizzard was saying, or was it with NetEase? I can't remember. Saying that basically it's because some jerk, like we all know who the jerk is over there. So, uh, but it doesn't really tell us who the jerk is. But obviously we both know who it is, kinda. So don't take my word on it. So I don't know who the jerk is. All right, and basically says, yeah, there was some jerk who was basically basically was not being fair with us. I think I can't remember. Like I said, link down below. And was basically the relationship was getting sour and sour every more often. And they decided, you know what, it's best to end the relationship with between each other, basically now instead of just dealing with this. And Blizzard, basically, we're trying to like cope it down and everything. Especially since Blizzard literally was, butt kissing them about what happened with Blitz Chung back in the day. Like I think 2 years, 1 year back. Seriously, all that butt kiss really helped them out with China, huh? No, they didn't do anything at all. And now Blizzard is trying to like get everything together, helping out. And like I said, I think I can't remember what Blizzard was trying to say during this time, but like I said, link down below. But they were trying to get as much there. But they also said they were shutting down all online servers for any online game that's over there. So basically, a lot of people are basically right now cannot play any online Blizzard games. And there's like reports of this happening because WoW, basically World of Warcraft, basically lost the server. So anyone who was playing WoW for like years or even spent on money on that, basically lost all their that basically lost their account. There's also the other MOBA, other games of Blizzard that they can't play on it. So basically, everyone who's been over there cannot play any online games because all the servers there are slowly basically getting turned off right now. I don't know if all of them are off, but as far as I know, WoW is basically gone right now, which is unfortunate because yeah, like everyone knows that it's even though you hate Netease or Blizzard or anything, you gotta realize that the games that people play are like currently offline right now, which is unfortunate, very unfortunate. And my hearts go out to the players over in China, basically because they do not need to be in the basically in the crossfire here, but unfortunately they are. And also, even more news that now both sides are going at it with each other, like an old married, like an old couple, because that's what y'all get described in. Which yeah, kind of is. Where basically Netease would destroy the axe outside the office, destroy the office at the Netease studio, at the Netease office as well, and also change the drink to basically put a phrase, change one of the drinks for another word, which basically they're posting on that. They're basically streaming this on all this here, which kinda you be kinda laughing at this, but you have to realize it's kinda not good for the reputation. It's kinda get out of control now. So I don't know if anybody wants to work with Netease if they're willing to go this far just to humiliate sorry, my lips are dry. Humiliate, what is it? Blizzard. And Blizzard's also basically upset about this. So basically, upset with this, and they're also saying something. I can't remember what it was because they didn't really do anything. But they're also saying that, yeah, kind of everything. I think they're the ones. If I remember, this was the response. I think they basically turned off. I think this is what led up to the shutdown of the online service over in Blizzard, over on China. I don't really know if that correlates here, but Blizzard was basically throwing some shade over at China, over at Netease with their own wording, right? But thankfully, Blizzard does have an idea here. As far as I know, Blizzard has made it so that, well, if you have an account, well, that you can actually sign up to something online and to register your account and hold that account there. So that way, when they do get the WoW servers back up online, you can basically start where you're at. So that's a good thing because because it would have been a shame if players couldn't get their game back or play their account again because some of them have been playing since it started, which is unfortunate. Now I know WoW has been in decline and it's been going bad, but still it's a game that people still enjoy. And the last thing I want to hear is that people are not able to play. I mean, imagine if you lost your account on any game and you've been spending like hours on it, like not years but hours on it. I mean, I wouldn't. I would be crushed because then after that I probably might start over or I wouldn't play it again, or ever. I mean, it's not as basically it's not as bad as years on an online game, but imagine having to lose all your game progress that took you weeks or months depending how long the game is. I mean, I would compare it to basically Dark Souls. Even playing the Dark Souls genre, If you think about that, if you lose all your data on that, then yeah, that'd be bad. Uh, sorry. So yeah, it's been getting hectic right now. Both of them are kind of arguing with each other right now, like an old couple right now. Which is freaking hilarious. Oh yeah, I think Blizzard said something about the relationship that they ended the relationship. Now something's happening there. It's just getting hectic here. Netease like literally streaming the chaos of it that they're doing, and like I said, both sides are literally going at it with each other. And people are saying, "Dude, this is getting childish and petty here," and they're basically just more likely ruining their reputation right now because eventually it's going to get to the point where people are going to say, "Man, I don't want to work with these guys anymore." With these two anymore, if they're gonna keep acting like this, it's just getting out of control. And yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. It's getting really hectic right now. Right now, their Bliss is trying to go and find another company to work with in China so they can get into the market over there, of course, and not for players, but also to get in the market over there because they know if they lose the market over there, they won't be able to get enough money. It's all about money here. In reality, they don't care about basically the players over there. So come after me if you want, but it's the truth. They don't care about players. I mean, even though I said that they are willing to basically have you register your account on WoW so you can continue playing, but really they don't care. They only want to make sure that you're around to make so that you don't run away and go to some other game. It's all about the money for them. But yeah, that's basically about it right now. There's some more stuff happening, but basically that's the gist of it. They're both just going at it. But if you want any more information, please go up to Young Yeah his video. Like I said, I will leave all the links as many as possible down below from the beginning all the way up to the current. If there's probably another current version, there's another one that I will leave a new one. If there's a new one, I will leave that one down below as well. And yeah, that's about it on that conversation. Now here's the bonus part of another thing that's happening. Now this doesn't involve anything with WoW here, but it does involve. Hopefully, I have it in the title. But if you don't know, there's a game called D&D. Now I was hesitant to make this news because I didn't because I'm not really as much as a D&D player, but I have played RPG games, and I do know the whole role playing genre, and I do have a passion to basically playing some medieval games and strategy games, and any games that involve like weapon like only weapons that you don't need to shoot it at basic. But I just wanted to basically let you know that that currently D&D has, like I said, there's a conclusion to this. So I'm going to start from the beginning, and then I'm going to do with the ending, with basically actually a good ending. Basically, I'm not gonna say currently because it's already passed. But what happened to D&D is that Hasbro, you know, the ones who owns basically built Magic, and that Magic, unfortunately, that's a whole nother can of worms in that one. But if you know about what's happening with Magic, then you know why they're doing this with D&D, who also bought out D&D, who basically said that it's under monetized. Yes, under monetized, which is idiotic. They're so petty. I'm gonna keep saying Hasbro because they're the ones who basically are the ones. D&D and Magic have nothing involved here because it's basically Hasbro who's controlling them or commanding them. And so basically they say it's under monetized, which that is such a idiotic wording to use because they have no idea what they're talking about. Under monetized my butt. It's not supposed to be monetized. It's a game. And also the OGL. I forgot before I continue on. The OGL license basically involving you can basically do whatever you want with the license, whatever you want with the genre of the D&D genre, and basically doesn't matter what you do with it as long as you basically do not like copyright the stuff here. Wait, you can't copyright this. Basically, it's an idea. As long basically you can do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. But basically, D&D and Hasbro wanted to make it so that everybody has to give them the slice of the pie, and they actually had a was it some sort of sheet? I forgot the draft of it. It was the final draft. They keep saying that no, this is the final draft, but we all know that's a lie. And they said this is the final, but it was the final draft. The only reason why we know this is because there was a leak from the people working at D&D or Hasbro, either way, who basically loved the game and leaked this. They literally leaked this. This was supposed to be snuck by. So basically, once they snuck this by, they were just gonna ride the backlash because once this is out, people would have no choice but to do all this stuff or face legal action because I'm not really a lawyer, but if I know anything about legal things, once it's out there, it's really you can't really dispute it against it as you can't really dispute it, and you gotta follow it, and people will be backlashing, but in the end, people won't be able to do anything. It's already out there. So basically, they will be have legal action to do whatever the freak they want until something happens. So I'm not a lawyer, but it feels like that's what it's happening. There's also a great video that I also watched from the Legal Eagle, so I will link that down because he's actually a lawyer in this. He's actually done this, so I will link that as well down below, right? And also this is also information from Yongye as well, so that's also another thing I will put down here. Here I will put all of them on a different name, so that way you know which one to do. But yeah, it's basically idiotic what basically Hasbro. I don't know if it was either Hasbro or D&D, but it's mainly Hasbro. Hasbro was trying to do with the lines. They were trying to copyright every single thing from D&D, which you can't do that because literally all these are basic an idea. At that time, you might as well copyright and every genre, even though it's not involving D&D, could be copyrighted here if they had succeeded and they thought that they could succeed. Basically, everyone still be doing this stuff. And thankfully, so much people in the community were backlashing this. They were going after this. For once, it's been such a beautiful thing to see an entire community finally going up against and such a big corporation. I wish that more of this happens because rarely does this happen. I mean, there was that time with what was it with what happened with Battlefront, with Star Wars Battlefront, where they tried to sneak, would try to went over the line with the blue boxes there, air, but that's a totally another issue. But I'm so glad that the community of D&D literally rose up and went against this and basically won. And I will get to the winning circle there in a moment. But yeah, Hasbro wanted to proper everything. I mean, from every single thing. So, not to mention, they wanted you to let them know how much you're making. They wanted a piece of the pie. So basically, whatever how much you were making at a certain level, you had to report this to them, which is idiotic. You had to do so much stuff to basically make sure that you do not go over the copyright thing, or else they will basically basically take legal action against you to try to do this. Which thankfully, legal eagle already said that it isn't. This is not possible. It's basically against the law because you can't do this at all. You can't copyright this now. Just like I said, I'm not a lawyer, so I may be wrong about this. So, like I said, watch all the videos here and then watch the Legal Eagle as well. So, yeah, it was like, and I agree. It's like copyright, and they were trying to copyright everything from even some monsters that were there that are already existed. They're trying to cover even the minute like the monsters like minotaurs and the freaking Cthulhu like monsters, vampires, everything in D&D was going to be copyrighted. They were trying to do, but at that point you might as well go. That means they're trying to copyright another uh, basic person's idea because all these were created before them. I mean, Warhammer had a smart idea to basically change all their names of the characters in the series, which literally they, if you don't know, someone else knows that I got this from somebody else, but I can't remember who. Let me know in the comments if you know who. Basically said that basically Warhammer basically had the idea to change all the characters with this. So basically, any character you see, like the elves, the Eldari, the humans who are space marines, the orcs, just change the letter to a K, and so on and so forth. All of them have been changed so that way they're not, so that way they can copyright them all. So that way anyone that tries to do their stuff, yeah, that was smart. They copyright all, so that way anyone who wants to do the lights, they have to basically go to them to get the copyright, which basically is smart. I mean, they wanted to make sure their characters did not like get copyrighted, get used for no reason, so they can get money. I don't know whether it's coming or not, but you let me know. But for basically D&D, they can't just copyright this. All these characters already existed. I mean, the factions in Warhammer are at least unique. They all have their own lore. They all have their own thing to do. They're basically unique in their own right. But my gosh, really, D&D Hasbro was trying to copyright everything, including the things that already existed in our in mythology, from basically like the what was it the Cthulhu S things I forgot from Cthulhu-esque things. They were trying to copyright everything in there, like elves, which are basically comic golems, which if you played the game, basically every single thing was going to be copyrighted, which makes no sense because at that point you're going to copyright basically things you might as well, at that point they'd be opening up a whole nother can of worms because then at that point you might as well go argue with the people of what was it, Greek, I think, because you know in Greek mythology, man, all these most of this game has monsters of Greek mythology, so they're basically going to try to argue that with the people of think of another country at that point. I mean, think about it. Most of these monsters are from different mythological races, and they're basically trying to copyright all the ideas here. It's such idiotic. They really thought they were gonna do this, but no, they were gonna ride the storm, and then they might as well open up a whole can of worms here for other countries because literally, and also writers because most of these are created from writings from other like H.P. Lovecraft. You know, some of their Cthulhu stuff, some of his Cthulhu stuff are basically on those. You know, I think those mind controller creatures with those Cthulhu-esque tentacles. I mean, that was created from H.P. Lovecraft as well. Most of the, I mean, literally D&D is made from literal mythology. I mean, I don't know how many original characters they have here, but literally 90% or even 99% of the characters in this series in the D&D genre are from literally around the world. So yeah, it would not make sense for them to try to copyright this. I mean, like I said, they would literally need to argue this with the people of other countries here, and people of other countries play D&D. So basically, you're basically going to go not against just against the people there, but also possibly some other people, some I guess governmental things as well, because then at that point you're kind of going to steal another country's uh, you know, mythological stuff. I mean, we have fantastical creatures, we have fantasy creatures, we have so many other genres in D&D. You're basically trying to copyright the entire pie here, which they tried to, but didn't. Which I'm excited to say that we reached the conclusion here as far for the time being. Like I said, the other one's also a conclusion, but it's still going on. But right now, it's the conclusion for the time being that Hasbro. Oh wait, before I continue on, also Hasbro decide also made announcements trying to weather the storm, try to let people know the try to calm the people down because they were trying so much stuff. They even were such an idiotic company that they even said that no, we because they know that the people didn't tell us what to do. In fact, we all won here. Basically, we all were in this together. Shut the F up. That pissed me off so much that they literally said that, oh, we all worked it. We all won. No, we didn't all won. You didn't. You were trying to copyright everything. They were trying to basically join in this kumbaya session. I don't know who the heck is leading Hasbro, but whoever is at Hasbro, you are such an idiotic person, or whoever your CEOs are there, who's ever there in the back part or butt kissing over there, are such idiotic that it's pissed me off of the fact that you're saying that oh no the people didn't tell us what to do, they didn't tell us, we actually did this on our own, we actually did this and we're all in this together, we all love the genre. No, shut the F up. We both know what you're trying to do. You did this because you wanted to get everyone to pay. And like I said, everyone was saying, "Oh, we're doing two steps back and two and one step forward." No, we both know they had no idea about that thing, and they just wanted to do this, and it was just idiotic. All right, it was just idiotic. They were trying their best to try to calm the people down, but they were just pissing off the people further because there's such because Hasbro is such an idiotic company, and I used to love their products until I found out that they're such scummy up there. They're idiots. I'm gonna say they're idiots. They're run by fools. They're run by absolute fools. So I hope that they won't ever do this again. But if they ever do, hopefully the community will rise up and go against it because literally they were trying to do whatever it takes to get as much money as possible. Literally get as much money. They didn't give it an F about just the little money. They wanted all of it, which is such an idiotic. And for context here, basically anybody was trying to make their own version, yeah, they would have no. Sorry about that. When my family members came into my room. Sorry about that. All right, sorry. And what is it? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. What was this talking about? Yeah, that's right. Sorry, one of my family members came into my room, and yeah, they were literally trying their best to try to weather the storm. like I said, if they had managed to do this, I don't know how much chaos it would have happened. By the way, sorry, I changed the background because my, like I said, family member, and I actually pressed the button. But yeah, it was so idiotic that I cannot believe that they thought that they would basically be able to. If it wasn't for the leaks, if it wasn't for the people who are working on the D&D genre, the people who actually love this game, we would have had basically they would have managed to pass this through. Thank you for whoever was in D&D. Thank you to all the workers who love this genre for helping the people at D&D. Basically, because if it wasn't for them, I don't think we might have been able to beat this, as far as I know. But thankfully, there's even if they did, there is so many people who are making their own versions of their own OGL, so that way everyone who is doing D&D can go into their own genres and use all of them. Because and even if Hasbro decided to copyright all those other people, because it was just to stranglehold the competition, they these all some of the I think like Pious I think I can so let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Literally I think they created a Pathfinder. Literally made their own version and they're willing to go to court against basically against Hasbro just to basically make sure that their own creation I think it's called Orc basically was still going to be active. They would have went to court with them, which good on them. Good on I love that and I love that. And but for right now, yeah, victory to the D&D community. And thankfully, the D&D community started up, and I'm glad for this. Heck, I think even Age of Sigmar, Stormground, which I know people have been talking about this game. That's not the point here. I know it's bad. That's not the point of this video. All right. I think this is even has some RPG mechanics in here as well. I don't know. I don't know. Please, I might be wrong, but either way, yeah. And that's about it. Basically Hasbro has basically decided, hey, you can do whatever you want now. You have a decision to make. Do you want the basically? It's going to be in the new. It's going to be between two chosen things. I can't remember. Like I said, young, yeah. Basically, it's going to be in the commons ground. Basically, everybody's able to use it. They can't backtrack that. And then there's going to be the other version. I think is the one where they wanted it, but the other one is what everyone wants it to have it. Where basically it's going to be in the common ground, so everybody's going to be able to use it, and nobody and they can't backtrack on that because they can't. Once it's in the public, basically anybody can do it. Heck, even I can do it if I wanted to, just for the heck of it. Like, I mean, a lot of people are already doing it. I mean, already doing it. I mean, I've seen videos of other people already started. I mean, there was like basically the YouTuber named Lost Pals also made their own D&D, and he also made a report on this. But either way, everyone's gonna be able to do this. Heck, I was thinking of making a version where basically it doesn't like be at the basic f all the rules and just go to all the way to 99 and just let's see how bad that happens. But either way, yeah, that's it. I have nothing else. Victory to D&D, victory to the people community, and F off to Hasbro. But we shouldn't, but of course, they also said, most of the people in the community said that we shouldn't be on our laurels. We should be vigilant. We should be watching this, and we should be ready in case Hasbro tries to do anything to try to copyright, to do anything scummy. So, everyone in D&D community, keep it up and keep on watch, alright? Alright, and that's about it. I have nothing else left to say. If I forgot anything for any of the news in this video, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear this. I think this is supposed to be a short video, but I kinda went a little bit overboard. Sorry about that. But that's about it. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment if you enjoyed it. Let me know, like I said, if I forgot anything. Subscribe to join my Dark Army. Like the video. Press the like bell. And also share the video as well. And that's about it. I have nothing left to say. And if I forgot anything, I'll let you know in the next video. And for right now, my dark means dismissed.